free glide. You know your bikes. Yeah, well, some of the boys think it looks a little too modern. That it's a bit too European. But for me, the glide's all about the ride. Hey, do me a favor. Pass me that socket wrench, would you? Thanks. Give me a sec. I got to check brake fluid. You should check it every 1,000 kilometers or so. Make sure you're all right. You want it to be about 3.2 mil below the gasket. That way you know you're okay. All right. I'm guessing you didn't come here just to talk about bikes or watch me maintain my own. I'm also guessing you know who I am. I'm Jax Teller, the president of the Suns. That means guess. You're the new pledge. Pleased to meet you. Yeah. Picked a hell of a day to visit Southern California. What do you think? Charming, right? Now, Tig recommended you. And I gotta be honest, that doesn't mean a lot. Tig would recommend a dog if it meant he could get a lay. But you recommended. You got your foot in the door. Evidently, you know your bikes, or at least mine. What do you know of the MC, the club, the rules? Yeah. I know. You can see, Easy Rider would think that being a biker is all about breeze in your hair, riding from place to place, not really caring about much. But really, every club has rules, and they gotta be followed. Yeah, you know, we're called the Suns. Do you know why? Better yet, do you know what the full MC Club title is? Sam Crow. You know what that stands for? I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's the Sons of Anarchy. Redwood original. Motorcycle club. That's right. Sure. Well, I came to be the president fairly recently. You probably heard through your connections in Nevada. There's been some troubles down here. Power shifts. Things beyond the MC's control. We needed strong leadership. And that's when I stepped up. The rules, they're pretty simple. Well, the main one. No bike, no vote. If you don't have a bike, you ain't gonna get patched in. It's as simple as that. Do you have a bike? No, you can't have mine. Listen, you'll be doing gopher work for a while. And figuring you do well, get a bike. It's worth salt. Gotta be a Harley. Then you might get patched in. For now, you're a pledge. And pledge means go for work. Go get that. Fix this. Do this. Look after the old ladies. Things like that. Get the idea? Now, club decisions apply to everyone. That includes pledges like you. That means you have to abide by them, follow the rules. If you don't, you're out. Worse yet, excommunicated. Believe me, you don't want to be excommunicated. Yeah, sure. No hard drugs. I mean it. Oh shit. You can do what you want. Doesn't bother me. Personal use is fine. But we don't do business with drugs. It's bad. You know the prison clause. It's an old rule, but we still abide by it. Essentially, if you get nabbed, go to jail, do your time. And obviously, no snitching. Old ladies, they're free reign. Other club members can lay with them. Now, it'll be a while yet before you're patched into the MC. But when you are, you always wear your patch. Even when God's watching, if you catch my drift. Can spice things up a little bit. When we ride in formation. That means me in front. Master at arms, etc. Okay? And we're currently restricted to our own territory. You can't go doing business in other people's land. California. Well, we are the mother chapter. So we got like Ambel, Samdino, Indian Hills chapter up in Nevada. You can recommend it for them too. Hey, don't worry about it. Everyone's got questions, but the more you can ask now, the less we have to deal with later. You gotta respect the chain of command here, too. What the president says goes, okay? That also means your friend, Tig. He's a sergeant at arms. You do what he says, too. Now, you're the lowest of the low right now. You don't mean much to anyone. You gotta prove yourself. From what I heard, you can do that. You gotta impress. Up the ladder, all right? It goes without saying, but you gotta respect the chain of command. That also applies to animals too. is you don't hurt pets. Okay? Everything else, fair game. Pets, you don't touch. Got that? When you're excommunicated, if you're excommunicated, all your tats have to go. Every single one. I mean it. And if you don't get them done yourself, we'll do it for you. You understand? Possibly, I think, the most important rule, one that will at least help you to get along with me. Never, ever leave a brother behind. No matter what. You can be in the heat of battle, running for your life, running scared. But if you see a brother fall, you go back, you get him. When you wear the patch, you're not just a member of some club, the MC, the Sons even. You're part of a family. And that bond runs deeper than blood. It's a bond of gasoline, asphalt, and pain. All right. So, which of those rules do you think is the most important? Do you remember what the rule about bike says? You gotta have one, sure. There's gotta be a certain type. That's right. Harley. Do you know why that is? After the war, people came back. Veterans. They formed clubs. Motorcycle clubs. And they wanted to re-energize industry in the U.S. That's why they bought American-made Harleys. If you're caught on any other kind of bike, any other make, no matter how good, you're in trouble. You'll be excommunicated immediately. Those are the rules. If you think you can abide by all the rules that we set out, then maybe after you've been a pledge for some time, you can join the MC. You're too green. I gotta test you some more. Well, as I'm already doing it, why don't you help me fix up my bike? It'll be fun. Then after that, we'll go get a drink at the clubhouse. You can meet the guys. Tig, you already know. The others too. Think you get along with Chip. All right. Let's check some spark plugs. In your opinion, how often do you think you should check spark plugs? Every 8K, 8,000K. Just check them. Then, every 12, 13 kilometers, 1,000. Replace them. You gotta look for telltale signs. So, you want to keep out because they erode real easy. Make sure they're not eroded or got any grime on them. If they got dry, fluffy, or sooty deposits on them, they're no good. It could be that the air fuel mix is too rich. It's burning them up, making them rusty. Yeah, that's right. If they got oil on them or any kind of greasy residue, that means that the oil's gone through. It could be bad news. You gotta check other things then too, alright? Let's check the touch cable. Comes all the way down from the hand clutch here. All right. Lock nuts. We gotta change the lubricant. Well, if you wanna, sure. All right, hold on. What do you think? Oh yeah. Hell of a ride. Oh, one thing. I don't know why, but pledges always seem to forget. Check your gas. I mean it. You wouldn't believe the number of times we're getting into formation, getting ready to go on a job, whatever. Some gophers left behind because they're running on empty. You know, being a son, it's more than just an MC, more than just another chapter. Yeah, sure. It's about freedom. It's about business too. Making money. Surviving. But it ain't the Wild West. There's more to it than that. For me, the Sons, it represents freedom. It means standing up, riding across an unfair status quo. It's been true to who you are. But it's also about giving back. Saying thank you to those who came before us. Those who allowed us to do this, to be who we want to be. Do you know? No one can take that away from you. Right now you don't look like a son. You look like a kid. More than anything, being a son. It's about being a father. You'll get it. All right. I gotta clean this. Why don't you do something useful and go get me a beer? There you go. You're already on your way. On the road to being a son.